everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to do a flip through of this book by Johanna Basford, but I'm aware that there's lots and lots of flip throughs over on YouTube, so I'm going to pick a small illustration to colour as well and show you how fast a little illustration can be done in. So this one is a new release book. It's called Small Victories. I'm sure you've seen it all over Instagram and all over YouTube. But the thing that shocked me the most is that when I've seen flip throughs on YouTube, through the camera, the book looks a lot bigger than what it actually is. When this arrived on my doorstep, I was actually wondering what the parcel was because it looked really small. It's teeny tiny, it's so cute. I mean, if I put my hand, it's literally just the size of my hand, more or less. It's a little bit bigger than my hand, but if you can sort of imagine that in your head, it is so cute. Now, I don't colour a lot of Johanna Basford pages on my channel because I struggle to know how to sort of colour work a lot, and with them being quite detailed, the bigger format books I've always found intimidating. But when I've seen flip throughs of this one, I feel like I can just take this book anywhere. I feel like I can sit on the couch with it when I'm watching the television and just pick an illustration that's teeny tiny. I mean, you'll see when I start flipping through, but some of these illustrations you can have coloured in 10 minutes. You can have coloured in 10 minutes. So if you've not got the brain space to sit down and colour a large illustration that's going to take you 2 to 4 hours, you can pick a teeny tiny one. Pick a teeny tiny one. And I'm super excited about this book actually, and it shocked me how excited I am about it, because if I had to pick top 5 artists that I like to colour, this wouldn't be up there, but this book, I think it might be. I think this book might be. So we're going to get straight into it. You've seen the size of it. This is the thickness, if I just turn it to the side. And then let's get in. Let's get in. So there's a little guide there, a few wise words from Johanna. And then we've got the title page, which even has a few little teeny tiny illustrations, so you can sit there and colour those ones. You can see how small and cute those ones are. And then introduction, we've got a little bit of a floral border around here if you want to colour that, and some here as well. And then we get into it. So you will find that on some of the pages we've got a illustration that takes up the full page, and then on other pages we've got lots of individual illustrations. So you could decide, oh, I don't fancy colouring all 6 of those and doing the whole page. You could decide, oh, I'm just going to pick one of them. And you can take your book and your small pack of pencils wherever you get comfortable of the night time and relax, and you can sit down, and it'll take you not very long. That'll probably take me about 20 minutes to do one of them. I am quite slow, but it's colouring. But how cute are those? Butterflies, mushrooms, a little frog down here. And then again, these little, they look like little camper vans, don't they? Super cute. I've seen these are popular over on Instagram that have been coloured already by some people. Little ice cream truck. And then we have one that takes up the whole of the page, but it's still a really small illustration because of the size of the book. So nothing's intimidating in this book. Houses. So you will find as well that some of these illustrations have cropped up in previous books of Johanna's. Dinosaurs, how cute is that? Fish. So you can pick and choose how long you want to sit colouring for. These are teeny tiny. You could sit there and literally one of these flowers would take you 5 minutes. If you just wanted to sit there and colour one flower, literally would take you 5 minutes. I'm not even joking. They're teeny tiny little. I love it. I didn't think I was going to love it this much, but I do. And I'm thinking it's nice for the channel as well, because I can do little sort of short videos showing you how I colour something, and it's not going to be an hours long video, because I can pick something like maybe this and pick a flower. This is how I colour flowers, and it would take me, what, 10 minutes to show you how I colour flowers with such a small illustration. The same with anything here, butterflies and bugs. Oh, I love these ones. I love the florals. I like the way they look in this circular shape as well. A little snail, I mean, that's just adorable. This one, I'm not a fan of this illustration. It's quite busy. It's quite busy for me, that one. but that's one if you want to sit there for a bit longer. You can sit there. I think the spine on this does need breaking. Oh gosh, that's a strong one. That's a strong page. And there's the middle. You can see this book is stitched as well, because you can now see the stitch in there. Some are stitched, some are glued, you'll find with colouring books. Look at all these little foods, little hamburgers. See, I could come and show you how to colour food and it wouldn't take me too long. So I could label a video how I colour ice cream maybe, or how I colour cake or hamburgers or strawberries. It could be anything. And it wouldn't take me a whole, you know, lifetime to film and for you guys to watch. Again, little teeny tiny florals and bouquets, really love it. I'm going to go through a bit quicker now. You can see how excited I am because I just want to get straight into colouring one of these illustrations. And I do know that you've probably seen a flip through of this book 1,000 times by now. So if I go a little bit quicker now, I don't think you'll be too upset with me. Gorgeous page. Makes me feel quite hungry that now actually. A little teapot as well. Gorgeous. I've seen Emily Illustrator's little ducks. They are gorgeous. Check out her channel if you want to see how to colour them. She's done an awesome job on them ones. I just love it. I just think that something like this, a book like this, is what's been missing in the colouring community. I think there's been a real gap in the market for something like this, and I think she's been really clever bringing this book out. Teddy, little castles like Rapunzel's towers, some of them. Birds and different feathers. I've got a sun shining through the window. That's what you can see. If I move, I'm causing a shadow. If I move, that's the sun through the window. Little UFOs. More florals and animals. Little autumn animals here. Hedgehog. Now I love these with a little border as well, because you can do a background on those. Fruits. Should I colour a lemon and show you how I do a lemon? Should we do a lemon? I might colour a lemon for you. I'll put my hand in that page just so I don't lose where it was, because I might colour a lemon. Just feel like colouring a fruit. And then we've got some lovely like wreaths. Are these like made into a kind of floral wreath, aren't they? Gorgeous. And they're going through the seasons as well by the looks of it. So this one's your Christmas wreath. Even these little delicate floral illustrations, really lovely. And Johanna has also said herself that a lot of the time she draws from her imagination and not from references. So sometimes you might come across a flower where you think, what's that? And it's not actually anything in the flower index. It's something from Johanna's imagination. So she has said herself that you don't have to worry about getting the right colours, because they're just sort of all made up in her mind. You can colour it whatever colour you want to colour it. And that's from Johanna herself. So there we go. Some lovely sort of triangle shapes there. Is this the last page? Or we're coming to the last page now? The end. And even that's got a lovely little border around it. Colouring palette test page. I will just comment on the paper. It feels absolutely lovely. It feels like it might be a slightly off-white. It doesn't look like a pure white. It looks like a slightly off-white to me. But with that sunlight, I've not got the best lighting to judge at the minute. The paper quality is fab. Lovely thick paper. So yeah, I'm going to... Shall we colour a lemon? Now I have coloured lemons on a Pantone card, and I'm thinking if I just get my Pantone painting, wherever it may be, I might be able to... Oh no, it was oranges. But you can see where I've done the segments. I'm going to do a similar thing with getting darker and lighter colours on this lemon, I think. So let me pick some lemony colours out, and I need a scrap piece of paper to test my colours out on. Let me get this no, not that, that's my Pantone, my prepped Pantone card. I've got a reference here of strawberries because I'm going to paint this. But I just want to, so that's a yellow. I want some darker ones as well. You really have to get some nice deeper yellows for shadows, and even a bit of orangey tones sometimes in lemons. Not orange, but if you just put a bit into the yellow, that's a nice colour to add in. Even what's these? Oh, that's a nice colour. Yeah, I think I might do some little pimples with the orange. You know why the skin on the lemons have like the pimple? You can see there where Johanna's put the dots in. So I'm gonna move you right down because very teeny tiny illustrations. We want to get a bit closer. Let's see, not too close so it starts going blurry, but here we're going to do the lemon. So first off, I'm going to go in, I'm using the polychromos pencils, and I'm going to go in with Cadmium Yellow 107, and I'm just going to put a light layer of this all over the lemon. So I will let you know how long it's took me to colour this little illustration as well. You'll be able to gauge how small it is from that probably, because honestly everything looked so much bigger on camera. It's surprising. When this book came through my door, like I said, I'd seen all the flip throughs on YouTube, but when it actually was here physically in my hands, I was like, that's tiny. And it's so cute. So again, in the center of here, I'm going to do a light layer of this color. Now the bit that's going around this yellow bit is white. It's like that white skin type stuff, so I will put some white gel pen detailing into that at the end, but the rim going around the outside is the skin, and that will be a bit darker. So I'm going to start adding in some dark cadmium yellow 108 as a base layer to this outside bit. Very tiny. Make sure your pencils are sharp, guys. Make sure your pencils are sharp. You need a really sharp pencil. You could even use your fine liners in this book. They would be really nice, fine liners. But because these are double-sided pages, you don't want any kind of alcohol markers or anything like that, because it will bleed straight through. This one is Dark Naples Ochre 184. Oh, don't drop your pencil, Kirsty. And I'm going to add a little bit here and there around the edges, so very randomly. So I might put a bit around here so it's dark around there, and underneath just here. And then with the, going back to dark cadmium yellow 108, I'm going to start adding some little shadows into the lemon, to the actual lemon. So I think anywhere where it would be naturally shadowed, so down here you can see where Johanna's put those sort of little spots in, I'm going to put some darker areas. Just there. Have to excuse my clearing of the throat. I think someone in this house has passed a little bit of a cold onto me, but it's not a full-blown cold, it's just like a little niggly, like a need to be clearing my throat, which is weird. It's not a cough, it's just like just a constant need to clear my throat, which is really weird. And sneezing, of all things, sneezing. I'm starting to wonder if it's not cold and it's some sort of allergy. I do have hay fever, but it's like autumn winter now. What do we get in autumn winter? Is it like, is it tree pollen? What is it? Is it weed pollen? I really don't know. There, so how you've already added a bit of depth now by doing that. We're going to do the same on the centre bits as well. So really randomly, like I said, these segments in the middle, they're almost like lines. So if you follow the lines that Johanna's put in and build upon them with all your colours, because I will put an even darker colour in a minute, but I do need to sharpen it because, yeah, I'm going to sharpen it. When you've got the smallest of illustrations, you really need a sharp pencil. So going in now with the Dark Naples Ochre to deepen up even more in some of the areas. So following the lines of the segments again. I've just had a man round fixing my washing machine as well, so that's finally fixed. Touch wood. I shouldn't have said that out loud, I probably jinxed myself now. So this dark colour I'm going to only take now where it would be absolutely the darkest. So I'm not going to put it anywhere up here, it's only going to be where this segment is shadowing this bit here, and then possibly under these leaves. Under the leaves is possibly being shadowed, so I will put some darker under there. And then same with this one, you've got to think what would be shadowed. This segment is shadowing this part of the lemon, so we go a bit darker there. Might even want to go a bit darker on the edges, so this top edge here, they always seem to be a bit darker at the edges of the lemons. So at the top and at the bottom, maybe adding a bit there. And then we're going to come back in with the first colour that we used. I'm really in the shadows, I do apologise. We've got the sun over there, shadows here, I don't know what's best. And I've got my lamp on, so it's kind of... But I'm going back in with cadmium yellow now, 107, so this is really going to pick up the colours. We're going to start off in the middle and we're just going to add this in now. So you're going in with sort of a hard pressure here now. Hard pressure. We're going to make sure the edge of that lemon there is burnished by using this colour to burnish with. So all around the edge of there, then we're going to come to the lemon and add all that in, and you can just see already that's picked up, really picked up that nice punchy colour. And again on this one, hard pressure, burnishing all over with this one now. I think they're really nice lemony colours. So I am, just with this same colour, I'm going to put a light, really light layer over that bit that I'm going to do gel pen on. Just, it'll make the gel pen stand out a bit better. So pop that round and then we'll add the gel pen into all that at the end. Let me get my duster brush. Sorry if my arm's in the way of it. And then we're going to do the green leafy bits. So what colours? What colours should we do those? I really like, you know, the pine sort of green colours. I really like those sorts of shades. I think first I'll put a base layer down of the earth green yellowish 168, and we'll just do a really light layer of that one. On here I might even add a bit of brown into that stalk. Yeah, let's get a bit of brown, not a really dark brown, but something like the raw umber 180. You see that? And I'm gonna add it a bit into the, let's mix it in with that green there. Now I need to pick something slightly darker than the colour I've just used to put in some nice shadows. I'm thinking this, I really love this colour in the polys, permanent green olive 167. I really love this colour. So with this one, I like to do leaves two different ways. Sometimes I'll go along the lines, so I'll follow the lines with the dark colours, and then other times I like to just do the base dark and then slowly lift off so it's lighter on the end. And sometimes I like to do the base and the top dark and then it's lighter in the middle. It all depends on how you want to colour your leaves. So I might do them a bit dark on the bottom there, because we'd have a shadow from this sort of leaf overhanging, and on this side, and I might do that and just leave that little bit light there. I like to play around with colours. And then I'm going to go back in with the earth green yellowish. That's what it's called. Just to fill that in. It's just a very subtle change in colour. Very subtle. I might even add a bit more of the dark just up here. we go, and doing the same on the other leaf. Just picking and choosing where you want to put that dark colour. I might put some around those bits there. And then going in with your lightest shade. It's so easy to go outside of the lines when you've got such a small illustration, I have to say. So now I'm gonna find a grey, because I feel like, but I don't know what kind of grey. Should we go for a cold grey? I feel like I want to put a little shadow, like almost like you're colouring a little background on here, but I almost want a little bit of a grey shadow under it all. And then I'll blend it out with a white at the edges. But really cute. I can guarantee when I'm watching the telly tonight, I will pick another of these little illustrations off this page. And perhaps if you want to see me film any of these ones, because they are all fruits, there's orange, grapes, pineapple, not sure what berries they are, but they're cranberries, apples, cherries, gooseberries, strawberries, pomegranate. I mean, there's loads of different ones, aubergine. If you want to see me colour any of these on the channel, just let me know and I'll film it, because it literally will only take about 15 minutes tops to do one of these illustrations. So if you say, Kirsty, I wouldn't mind you showing me how you colour strawberries, then I'll pick the strawberry page and it will take me, what, 15 minutes to film. And that's the good thing about it. It's good for us YouTubers. We don't always have the time to sit down and film for hours to, you know, do little tutorials. So this is ideal. Really ideal. Right, I think I'm going to get the white to blend this out now. Let me just take that colour up there a little bit. Right, where's my whites? I always have to check my whites are clean, because if you've got anything what you've been blending previously on the end of the tip, like I think there's a bit of blue there, just scratch it off on a scrap piece of paper first, because the last thing you want to do is start blending this and put some sort of other colour down on your page. So yeah, with something like this where I've just done a little bit of a background, you want it blending out into the rest of the paper. Just get your white and it'll blend in nicely. It even softens the grey out a little bit if you feel like you've gone in too harshly. There we go, and now I'm going to do the white gel pen details. I've left them to the end so I don't end up smudging them, because I like to smudge. Let me check this gel pen's working. I've got some dodgy gel pens lately. So all around the outside with the gel pen, I'm going to kind of randomly, so I'm picking out areas and then other areas I'm like leaving the yellow showing through, almost. Do as much as you like on here, or as little. And then I'm going to pick out, like, imagine you're drawing like little tiny worms. That's what I'm going to do on the segments. So very randomly I'm going to do little thin little lines on the segments. I mean, it might not show up very well, but they're there. It's all adding to the effect. I promise you. And then a bit on the actual lemons as well, so you can pop a little highlight where it's the brightest on your lemons. You can do some spots. I think sometimes if you do a cluster of small little dots together on a highlight, that can make it look really nice. Put some little dots in there, and again where it's the brightest here, pop some little dots there. There, I really like that so far. And then maybe a little bit of something on the leaf, or should I leave the leaves? I have this thing with dotting details where I just can't leave things alone. So like a little bit of dotting detail and got issues. But there we go, and that's the lemons done, and it's literally took me about 15 minutes, like I said, to do that. So I'm gonna zoom out. Have we zoomed out there? There we go. And look how cute that is. You know, I love this book. I cannot even. I really didn't think I was gonna love it this much, but to be able to sit down and feel like you've done something in 15 minutes, and I can show you guys as well, like all these fruits on these page, I can do little tutorials to say like, this is how I colour this is how I colour that. And then if I ever want to do something bigger, like a full illustration, let me lift you up, like the full ice cream on that page, I can always do that. But look how cute. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I know there's been hundreds of flip throughs of this book out, but I hope you've enjoyed watching me colour that illustration, seeing how quick and easy it is. And if you want to grab this book for yourself, I will drop a link in the description of this video. But thank you so much for watching. Please do hit the thumbs up on your way out, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you again soon. Bye everyone.